this or else. In this case, the or else means missing out on promotions. In a memo released to Business Insider, the company says starting this quarter, quote, career advancement, including applying to new roles in the company, will require a team member to reclassify as a hybrid on site. So I'm joined now by Jessica Kriegel, the Chief Scientist of Workplace Culture at Culture Partners. Jessica, thank you so much for your time. First of all, how is Dell likely defining hybrid worker at this point?
A hybrid worker is someone who is coming into the office at least on average 3 times per week. And that means that they need to be living next to a Dell office. There's internal confusion, according to reports, on which Dell offices are even eligible for that hybrid work. There's a lot of internal strife right now as people try and work their way through understanding this new policy, which is coming out of nowhere for employees.
Exactly. And it's coming, this is really a major reversal from the same company that at one point had been very supportive of remote work. Why do you think we're seeing this reversal?
There are many CEOs that think that creating a sense of belonging and productivity in the workplace means that you have to be in the office, but Michael Dell is not one of those CEOs. In September of 2022, he posted on LinkedIn that if you are leaning on forced hours, which was his term for forcing people back in the office to create belonging and productivity, you're doing it wrong, he said. So he also said they found no meaningful difference in people who work from home than people who worked in the office. And they've been working from home for long before the pandemic. So what happened in the last 18 months to get him to change his mind? I can tell you, I'm not going to speculate on what the executives are saying, but I can tell you that they did spend over $700 million in severance last year. They had 2 rounds of layoffs. That's expensive. And some employees feel that this may be a stealth layoff, a way to get people to leave without having to lay them off.
And there are a lot of workers, particularly younger workers, who are kind of introduced to the workforce remotely because of the pandemic. Do you think these remote workers will care that maybe they're no longer eligible for a promotion if they can continue to work from home, which is what they prefer?
Well, each employee has different priorities. There's times in my life where I wouldn't have cared if I wasn't eligible for a promotion because I valued working from home. But the people that are going to be negatively affected the most because of this policy are women, who are disproportionately affected by childcare expenses and childcare duties, and also people with disabilities. If you have an anxiety disorder and it's hard for you to go into the office, now you're not going to be able to do that without a job advancement opportunity. That's very hard. So this is not going to affect everyone. Working from home was the great equalizer, and unfortunately they're backing out of that policy for reasons unknown to me.
Yeah, you really do bring up some very good points there on who will be most impacted. Jessica, is there a hybrid model that can satisfy both sides of this, or is just the very fact of being hybrid meaning, both sides aren't going to be completely happy?
I think hybrid models can work. The problem with Dell is it's such a large organization. They've had people working from home for a decade now. Those people are nowhere near a Dell office. They have moved for their spouse, or they were never even close to an office. Now they're being forced to go into an office. There were people that I spoke to that were Googling, where is the closest Dell office to me? Because they're not even aware of that. So the way that this has been rolled out, it's creating, we believe culture is based in experiences. This is creating a very negative experience for many Dell employees, which may be the point. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll certainly see what happens. Jessica, obviously, nobody saw the pandemic coming 4 years ago. So I realize that this next question, really could change drastically. But what do you think the average office workspace looks like in 5 to 10 years based on all of the changes that we're seeing right now?
Working from home is here to say culture is not housed in the 4 walls of your corporate office. Culture is the experiences we create for each other, which lead to beliefs. Those beliefs require us to then take action, and that gets us results. And so it's all about, we have experiences via email, on the phone. We don't have to be in person, and people will figure that out. I think within 5 years, you're going to see many more people working from home.
All right. Yeah, we'll certainly see what happens. Jessica Kriegel of Culture Partners, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we head to Florida now, where Governor Ron DeSantis plans to sign a law squashing squatter